Chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. But he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
They're not ready for this. They slow close.
Jackson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman.
Check three.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
25, check 25, check 25, check 31, check 31. Slam. Go, get him, you got it. 58 for Mike, 58.
Back to the ground, this time it's Chubb. Fights him off. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Right there, 56. Go, Cat, let's go. We got this. Chance. Watch it. Out.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's going to be a long day. Bang, 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 bang. 6 guys.
This is Breida. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Deuce, 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 deuce. Check 52.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
54. I know he ain't got it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. No, no, no. Off. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, check, check. Check 13.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And cuts out right sideline. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
H3, 218, chopper, chopper. 15. Switch. Check 3, check 3, check 3. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bandit. Bandit. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Check 43. Showing it. Showing it. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. Watch the
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Gus Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Jackson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Yellow.
Now it's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Yellow. I'll go on. 54. Hey, 43, 15. Yellow. Jim.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll let this thing go for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. Well, the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
58
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
56, Mike, 56. Kill. Alert 3,
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. Come on, go to base. Check 56. Target.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things? Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
He's coming.
Here we go. Finish the game.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Watch the out.
Attack.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
15.
Watch the whip.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
15.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, me and you all game. All game. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Lucky.
And again, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played, the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Jackson now. On the crossing route, complete. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58.
To throw again is Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53 is mine. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 26. Check 26. Slam. Slam. Slam.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Yellow. On the line.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Twist.
Check 4. Check 4.
Sponge. 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 No. No. No.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Yellow. Yellow. Let's go, lady.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Sears. Watch the Sears.
They run with Breida. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Wait. There's the line, 80.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Yellow.
Watch out. Watch the safety creep. Out. Chance.
43.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Right there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Attack.
Bang. Motion.
Mahomes going to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 52.
Attack.
Check. No. Me.
Here's Breida. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Edwards. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Throwing now is Mahomes. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I'm scared. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the edge.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Emmanuel Ogbah in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. High throw, but he makes the catch. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Emmanuel Agba, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's coming. We got double up. 49.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Slam.
And again, it's Chubb. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Yeah. 70 endings. Hey, let's get in that. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
21. Double tight.
Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The sixth season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check 37. Check 37. Shoot.
Hey, Ripley.
Joker. Check 24. Check 24. Jim.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Edwards. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Yellow. 180.
So don't say nothing.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And this is caught by Watkins. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.